Assalamu alaikum Ramadan Challenge Day 23. Today our words are going to be akif, ma'roof, munkar, ghadan, and ghulba. The first word akif comes from akafa, ya'kifu or ya'kufu, which means to dedicate. To dedicate, or to be dedicated to something. To be dedicated to something, some kind of worship or some kind of activity. So, for example, you have an Akif, which is also a name, is somebody that does that, somebody that's dedicated to something. Okay, so and also you have from that Ya'tikaf. Ya'tikaf is to dedicate yourself to something. So, Ya'takifuna fil masajid. And also Allah uses Akifuna fil masajid. Wa antum akifuna fil masajid, which means you're dedicated to that. You stick to that thing. Obviously, which is worship in this case. You stick to that for a dedicated for a certain period of time, right? And then also you have ma'kuf, al-hadiya ma'kuf, which is dedicated to something. The hadiya, which is what is sacrificed during the pilgrimage, which is dedicated to that. Next word is ma'ruf. Now, ma'ruf, which means known, something that is known, comes from arafa, ya'rifu, fahuwa arif. Arafa means to know, to know. So an arif is somebody that knows. Okay, so arifina, when they say arifina billah, and they're talking about people that have deep knowledge of Allah, or have deep knowledge of the world, of the divine. And so the arif is the person that knows, someone that knows something. And then you have ma'ruf, which is what is known. Now, urf and ma'ruf have the same meaning. And urf and ma'ruf are that which is known by everybody and is accepted. It's common knowledge. It's kind of like common sense in a way, right? So the urf of the people are the customs. Those are things that people know about. Those things that people know, except their whether it's they dress in a certain way, or they do certain, or they when they get married, they do certain customs of putting money on the groom and doing the Laylatul Hinna the night before for the women, all that kind of stuff. That's the ma'ruf. That's the stuff that it's known about, the customs, about the tradition, and accepted. يأمرون بالمعروف وينهون عن المنكر. Right? يأمرون بالمعروف. They are ordering people, inviting people to do that which is customary, that which is known to be good. The next word is munkar. Now, munkar comes from nakira. Nakira yankuru, which means to deny, to reject, to dismiss, to disclaim, to disapprove, right? So munkar is that which is disapproved. It comes from ankara. Okay, you have nakira and then you have ankara, same meaning. Okay, which means to deny, to disapprove. So the munkar, which is the opposite of ma'ruf, is that which is not accepted. That which is not accepted, okay, in society. If you're talking about nahy al munkar, right? You order people to not do certain things. You tell them not to do certain things. Okay, it's things that are not accepted in society, that are not known to be good, that are not commonplace. So that will be the munkar, right? And also you have from that you have فكيف كان نكير. فكيف كان نكير is dismissiveness of them. Okay, there's disapproval of them. You also have sort of Yusuf when his siblings come in and and Allah says وَهُمْ لَهُ مُنْكِرُونَ. They did not recognize him, right? They rejected this, knowing this person, right? He was not known to them, right? Obviously later on in the story they figure out that it was actually their brother Yusuf that they try to get rid of, right? And also then you have mutanakkir, tanakkara, which means to disguise oneself, to make oneself unknown, right? Mutanakkir right? It's somebody that wears a mask. That is a mutanakkir because he's becoming unknown, making himself unknown. The next word is غدا. Now غدا, غدا, right? We hear that all the time. I'll see you أراك غدا. Okay. ولا تقل لشيء إني فاعل ذلك غدا. غدا means tomorrow, which means tomorrow. Okay. Now the asl of غدا is غدو, الغدو, غين دال واو, غدو, right? But again, is when it becomes ghad, the waw is dropped um, for reasons best known to the Arabs, and becomes ghad. So al ghad, tomorrow, right? As opposed to ghadu, which would be the origin, and you can see that it's the origin of that in the verb form when you have ghada yaghdu وإذ غدوت من أهلك, right? And Surah Nisa, I believe. وإذ غدوت من أهلك تبوي المؤمنين مقاعد للقتال, right? إذ غدوت, now غدوت, because غد means tomorrow. غدوت means to leave early in the morning, as though you're leaving right when tomorrow hits. So early in the morning, غدوت is to leave early in the morning. The last word is غلبة. Now غلبة comes from غلبة يغلب, فهو غالب, which means to overcome, to subdue, right? To suppress, right? In other words, to to be victorious over, right? والله غالب على أمره. And you have حدائق غلبة وفاكهة وأبا. حدائق غلبة, we're talking about gardens, we're talking about trees and what have you that are thick. And then you have in Surah Rum, غلبت الروم, right? Rum was oppressed, it was overcome, right? They were defeated by the Persians in this case. وهم من بعد غلبهم سيغلبون. After being defeated, they're going to be victorious. They're going to overcome. في بضع سنين, right? So they become victorious over the Persians. That is the ghalaba there as well.